Poinsettia, Chapter 4. Sister Bernadette sipped her tea and put it back down on the saucer. Angus offered her a plate of butter cookies. She politely accepted one. When Gavin was offered the plate, he held up a hand in polite refusal. He rested rather casually in the wooden table chair, his legs crossed, one arm over the back. "I'm afraid I do not understand why you are angry with me. Do enlighten me." "A man of power and status may find it silly and ill priority, but it's about the poinsettias." "The poinsettias?" "Go on." "The poinsettias have not arrived." "That's an odd occurrence. For 70 years they have always been on time. They always come at the same time my first bushes arrive. I don't see why they would be late now." "Because they were not purchased," Sister Bernadette stated. "Impossible," Gavin said. "There is a fund specifically set aside for that. I put money into it myself. There is an abundance there for every child and every member of the staff to receive poinsettias. The Board of Trustees declined to purchase them. I just came from there. I inquired about the poinsettias, only to be told the funds were used to pay off hospital debts and on other matters, which there is already a budget made. While we are grateful for that extra help, it is not the purpose of the fund. The staff would be fine either way, but it's all about those children, most of whom have nobody at this time of year besides the staff. Your family's generosity all these years has always brightened their hopes. Every year they look forward to their own St. Nicholas, their own Father Christmas, to bestow upon them a gift like that. They don't ask for toys. They want the flowers. It means so much to them that a man they do not know could care enough about them to bestow upon them a poinsettia, each with their individual names. They believe that they are somebody to you, regardless if you feel that way or not." Gavin was silent, letting her words swim about his head. He glanced at Angus, who looked a little concerned. "What do you intend to do about this?" Sister Bernadette asked. "I never authorized that fund to be touched for any reason other than the poinsettias, Sister," Gavin assured. "I had no knowledge that this had taken place." "Aren't you aware of what your board has done?" "I've spent the last 3 months in India, Sister. I've not yet resumed my seat." "So?" Gavin smiled and bowed his head. "Do not fret, Sister. Return to the hospital." "What about the poinsettias?" Gavin stood. "Don't worry about it. I will make it up to those children. After all, my family has agreed to continue this fund for many years. It would be rather dishonorable of me to shame them by not doing so myself. This is a family tradition. Angus, hook up the coach and drive Sister Bernadette back to St. Raphael." "But what is it you intend to do?" "Your duty as the headmistress, Sister, was to bring this to my attention. As for what steps and actions come from this, it is no longer in your hands. Please, return home, and do not fret. Those children need for you to be strong. Their Father Christmas has not forgotten about them." "Master is very generous at this time of year," Angus smiled. Yes," Sister Bernadette replied, unsure of what to make from the loopy, kilted character. She stood. "Thank you for your time, your lordship." "Pleasure, Sister." He bowed politely. "I wish you a safe trip home this evening. May not the bitterness of this cold touch your heart." "God bless you," she said quietly, before heading to get her cloak. "Well handled, Master," Angus chuckled. Sister Bernadette has spent her entire life in that hospital. She was abandoned on that doorstep as a baby. She grew up there, studied there, and now rules with an iron fist there. It really is her life. "An old crab like that seems like the type." Gavin waved him off. "Don't let her old ugliness fool you, Angus. I remember her being a beautiful child, very sweet, very smart and full of life. She was always picked on when she was younger. My dear Karasu took her under her wing. I suppose that's why her brashness does not offend me. She was my daughter's little friend." "Forgive me, my lord." "Forgiven. Now, safely escort her home.